Our next speaker, Emily Bludworth de Barrios. She hasn't been in the boiler, but I think she's an excellent writer. I just discovered her a few months back. I'm really happy she's here to read with you all here. So Emily is the author of Splendor, a book of poems from Hangman Books. She's also published 2 chapbooks, Women, Money, Children, Ghost from Sixth Finch, and Extraordinary Power from Factory Hollow Press. Her poems have appeared in publications such as Jellyfish, New Delta Review, Sixth Finch, and Tender. Emily was born in Houston and raised in Egypt, the United States, and Venezuela. She comes to us from Houston, so please welcome Emily.
I'm going to read from a poem called Eat Shit and Die, just parts of it. 1. Frequently, I may not be understanding that which I can see happening around me. I know the gist and outlines of people's emotional states. You can perceive the gist and outline of economic systems trembling and immovable under the shuddering inertia. I watch the small businesses from the freeway. I imagine inside them some mothers or fathers sweeping the marbled, old, perpetually grimy linoleum tiles. Everybody is excellent at something, also covered in the fumes of bleach and Aquanet and mall perfume or cologne, which your kid bought you and about which you were over the moon. 2. Many of the systems which govern you are invisible pawns of powers and accumulation, not simply desire, but also desire. Even the most humble or entitled person is governed by desire. They carry yachts or sailing ships of ego and societal forces perched above their person. It's natural and right that everybody should want to feel big and important in the eyes of their peers and strangers. I mean important in the eyes of their families. Another thing people may want or lack is a little occupation. Not everybody has a feeling about what to do with their intellect or their hands. I've heard that feeling useful or being useful is a way to not feel so extremely gaping or rudderless as these kids in the suburbs sometimes feel. Ponds of empty desire lure them to some other shores, back and forth. Have they covered any territory? No, they have not covered any territory, and they still have so much to do. 3. If I commit to being a better or different kind of person, the likelihood is that I will not be a better type of person. It hasn't yet been proven to me that within myself I have been able to accomplish radical change that shakes me into action or a new understanding. I sometimes wish trite sayings were actionable or true. I'd open my heart and be open-minded and treat others as I would have them treat me. At the park, Cordes roses grow on thorny branches in clusters of well-maintained flower beds. The flower heads are extremely fragrant, very decadent. They are elegant and full of bees. Nothing is so flawless as the park, which is a public miracle, as the roses, which are a public miracle, an old form of decadent effort. The families of the city use the park in weather fine and foul. The hotel occupancy tax pays the men who cut the stems off the old dry roses, who clean the restrooms and fill the path. In the center of the park are small groups of men who visit the park with the other men, businessmen, to play some golf, especially on fine days and weekdays and afternoons and weekends. Around the golf course, new mothers push strollers, and friends from work get exercise on the exercise path. It is a miracle, and it is glorious to have the energy and time and place to exercise and then to rest. 4. Perhaps almost everyone will be at the park to celebrate the 4th of July. People on blankets with wristbands that light up and a can of mosquito repellent, exhaling a sweet, specific odor, recalling older nights with lights and burst firecrackers like lighted lines of thin, bright fingers in the sky. Every holiday is some renewed variation or version of that holiday, lined up like identical cards in a pack, only everybody gets older, and on the fourth, less invested in the patriotic ballads, not wanting to be proudly standing up, though the hot dogs, pickles, cold sliced onions, hamburgers, beer, smoke ascending from the grizzled, blackened smoker are exactly what encapsulate a humble joy in the middle of summer. You see your mother who you love, your father who you love, your husband and child swing together under the branches. It's a sweet and bitter mix of memory and anticipation, the bowl of chips and Coke with ice under the umbrella. It's like an endless good experience rendered temporary and eternal by the day of holiday which stays and leaves each year. 6. 5 department stores under God circle the inner core of the mall. That kingdom is maintained by servants, servers and or server departments, and or customer service, who live over yonder in the clustered beige apartments with bricks of beige and beige carpets, a small living room, sofa, television, communal shared swimming pool, thin sliver of a balcony where one smokes, overlooking rows of parking for each servant and or server's car. A key location in a home is the bedroom closet. Too many pants, blouses, dresses fit stuffed on a thick white plastic or thin metal hanger. Expectations hanging limply. How a relief is the mall where the clothing looks delicate and free, loosely spacious. 7. French vanilla and caramel flavored coffee powder in a red metal rectangular can is exactly what coffee meant to me before they built 2 Starbucks in Friendswood. Before everyone learned what venti and grande meant. What a nervous, heavy feeling possessed me when I ordered, as if stumbling into a dark room filled with dim knowledge. You may find yourself living in a community filling up with brands and corporations, and still you will make it so that your life has meaning. I mean, no matter what, your life will have texture, the texture of blankets and frustration and grass at the park, air conditioning on hot days when the metal of a seatbelt buckle glints crisp and searing like in Granddaddy's pickup. Old people or grown people are the ones who were luminous with knowledge that seemed to me so dimmed and dark. Dark because it was unavailable to me, like a dimmed landscape of textures dripping, ever moving beyond my reach. Now I think the society is evolving so rapidly, changing like crystals arching in 1,000 directions, really complex and continually different. I have a pleasant, empty feeling when I'm on the internet looking up these high-resolution images of still life paintings from 1613. Floris Van Dyke's peeled lemon rind uncoils off the edge of a table. Cheese halves and grapes are stacked or piled in the middle of a thick wooden table, arranged together in a thick pile. A dish of olives or nuts shining in a tray have been placed on an embroidered tablecloth, red or white. The halved cheese wheel is marked with a knife. A loose napkin falls from the bread. A peeled apple sits on a plate, as if some friends were loosely talking around a table on a late morning or in a late night, eating apricots and hazelnuts, strawberries, olives, and dark gold bread. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily.